Robert Daltrey, a resident in the area of Old North Road, says he'll be busy over the next few days pumping water out of his basement.
Just coming through the ground from the, what do you call it, lagoon, and it's full pretty right. It comes through the ground, I have to keep pumping the basement up. I started 2:15 this morning, turned the pump on, and it's been going since, running steadily.
Only got about 2 inches in here, see?
Last 10-15 years have been getting pretty bad in here. But 2 years ago, it had 4 feet of water in the house. I had to redo the whole of the inside. So pretty well everybody struggles around here with work they got to do, and things like that. And going in and out, they can't get in and out sometimes, and sometimes they got to stay out until it's finished.
And in downtown Huntsville, it's been a tough opening week for Boston Pizza.
Talking to the locals in town, they say that it's never went into the restaurant, so that kind of relieves us a little bit. When it comes over the third step, which it has today on this end by the gazebo, now it's becoming more of a concern for us.
That comes from Marilyn Green, Director of Operations for Boston Pizza in Huntsville, who says most of their patios submerged underwater, but is not affecting their business right now.
It's not going to affect us as the weather is not nice enough as yet to open up the patio, but we do have 3 extra layers that we could open if be. Our main concern is the safety of others coming out here. We will jump this hurdle, and obviously with the help of the locals around, the fire department's been in checking on us, the town's been in checking on us. Great people, they're making sure we're okay and guiding us as we go.
Many businesses and residents are keeping a close eye on the water levels, especially in the downtown core of Huntsville.
I think the real issue is that this is a very low-sitting piece of land. It was swampland originally, and water table's quite high. The parking lot drains out to the river. The river is also full of water. It all backlogs, and eventually the drains just can't handle it, and we end up with the buildup of water, as you can see in the parking lot. And some of the biggest problems are that you don't really know how deep it is out there. There are some areas that can be 1.5 feet or more deep, and other areas that are only a few inches deep. And you can't see potholes or what the various hazards are underneath the water.
The issue we are seeing right now is between the Main Street Bridge and Lake Vernon. All that water, the bridge unfortunately creates a restriction in the system and slows everything down. So Lake Vernon being saturated, the water, it's taking a longer time to get out of the system. And that was the issue this year. So we are seeing Lake Vernon areas like Vernon Shores, that area, seeing a lot more water than we've seen in the past, and as well as our downtown. So Beer Lake is forming again. So we're going to see that over the next probably 24 to 36 hours. Where the levels are just going to rise a little bit higher than they are now, and things should settle down.
Mike also reminds those residents in low-lying areas to also take precaution as they are starting to see water levels rise.
So we've been monitoring those areas as well, and same like the River Cove area and even Glen Acres. Bridgeview has some flooding in that area as well. So we've been monitoring that, and it seems to be on the downward trend now.
We prepare ourselves monitoring upstream flows and try to keep the public informed, put signage up, initiate detours, alert bus companies and such for any sort of travel plans people may have, because as you can see behind me, we can't tell how deep the water is and we don't know what's underneath there, so we really don't suggest that people try to brave transporting through here. So we do our best and try to keep the public informed, and once the waters recede, then we'll be into fixing up whatever damage may have been done.
And it's the same story in the Bracebridge area.
We do have some flooding on some private roads adjacent to the North Branch. We've been on them this morning, and depending on where you are, you have 8 to 10 inches, maybe a little bit more than that on some of those roads, which are making it difficult for people to get out if they have a smaller car. Pickup trucks are getting out without any problem. On the River Road area downtown, a lot of water sitting in a couple of areas there, but not too bad. We have that road closed off, and we're encouraging people to go around. And on Wilson's Falls Road, there's some water on the road there. The road's not closed off. It's relatively shallow at this time. The currents are quite fast, and the water is cold. Certainly, we encourage people to move their lawn chairs or lawn equipment. We've seen that get submerged in the past, and away, and get that away. If your car is parked close to the water, move that away. We've seen that problem in the past as well. And please keep your children away from the water. That's ultimately very important, and yourself for that matter. Safety is paramount. So we're concerned about that, and we encourage people to keep that in mind. We do have some high water levels down at the wharf downtown. Again, asking people to stay away from the wharf and the beach area there, because the currents are pretty rapid right now.
For more information on the flooding situation in both communities, you can visit the town's websites or visit the Ministry of Natural Resources page. Reporting for TV Coach Co., I'm Samantha Johnson.